March is Health Awareness Month. It's one of the most important health issues that people face. It's their healthy mind, and they need to control it. Today we're joined by Jeff Londraville. He's the author of The Filter, and he's here to clean up our mind. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Good to see you, Seth.
What is help? Why do people ask for it? Let's start it as basically as possible.
You know, it's interesting. If you needed help and your arm hurt or your head hurt, you go see a doctor, your tooth hurt, you go see a dentist. But yet, when we need help with our lives and our thoughts and what's happened to us in our life in the past or what we want in the future, we don't really know where to turn to. And then we also think that maybe we're not as strong as we should be, or people will judge us that we're not as good as we should be or smart as we should be. So a lot of times people look at asking for help as weak, when it's actually very courageous.
I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's an American trait or it's just a personal trait. People will ask for help mowing their lawn. They'll ask for help building a fence, but they won't do it when they're hurt or when they need something emotionally.
Right. I think they don't want people to come into their life and see that they're damaged in some sort of way. When it's, again, very courageous to ask for help. It is not weak. People think that people are going to judge them in a weak mode of, oh, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, that's why you're looking for help to actually, get your thoughts together. When really we all need help in different ways, and we just need to figure out who to turn to and how to get that help.
And it's not always who to turn to, too. It can be what to turn to. So if we're not ready to talk to a person yet, we can read a book, or what are some other things that people can do?
Ultimately, it's about taking responsibility of your thoughts, of your actions, and of your life. And that responsibility will then, of course, filter into different people in your life, friends, family, your children, and even strangers coming around you. Now, what that really means is, though, where do you turn to is very important. Some people feel they can talk to somebody. Some people have people in their lives they can talk to. Some people really don't want to talk to somebody. In that case, I say turn to books. Turn to books that you can relate to. Something that will help you. And then really think about it. After you read a page, you read a chapter, think about it. Now, how does this apply to my life? How does this mean in my life? Just because these words are here, now I have to put them into, how do I live my life? Am I living it the way I want to live?
Well, and so often, too, if people are a little closeted at first and they decide to read a book, they might glean a lot of knowledge from that book. Right. But then the next logical step, it's like when you have information, you want to tell someone about it. You want to share with them your knowledge or what you've gained, and that's where communication comes in.
Absolutely, yes. Communication is huge in anything we do. And this is one of the things why people refrain from asking for help a lot of times. They don't want to sound silly or stupid or something like that. They say, well, if I ask for help and if I don't say it the right way, I'll be judged as, how come you don't know this? And then you'll feel worse, which people, of course, do not want. So communication is huge in the fact of, how do I say I need help? Who do I go to? And ultimately, what am I saying with confidence and strength of, I know this is not working out in my life. I want it to work out in my life. I want to take responsibility for it. How do I actually communicate that and then get the proper results to then get fixed or saved or however you want to word it?
Well, it's funny, too, because you never know when you get to that point.
Right.
You're going about your life, maybe something's wrong. And how do you determine that point when you say to yourself, I need help?
Right. I think it's all about results. You need to be honest with yourself. Are you getting the results you want in your life? And ultimately, this goes back to, you must be honest with yourself. And the reason why I say that twice is I don't think people are always honest with themselves. I think they cover things up. Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. This relationship's fine. My thoughts are fine. And they cover it up, and then it comes out again, and it comes out again. And they say, I can't believe this isn't working out. Well, it's because, honestly, you weren't honest with yourself. You weren't taking the responsibility to say, I don't like the results I'm getting. What can I do about it? This may be difficult, but I'm strong enough, and I want to take responsibility for my life, not only for me, but the people around me as well. Well,
it's that process of self-discovery. It's imperative that you do it, but it's also terrifying sometimes when you have to do it, but it's so important.
Absolutely. Even some things that are scary, you must walk through it to get more out of it. And ultimately, to filter out all the negative that's happened in your life and to filter out anything that may happen in your life is crucial. And asking for that help and turning to the help that really helps you. And what I mean by that, of course, is whether it's a person, whether it's a book, or whether it's just sharing experiences, kind of like what you said. When you read a book or you read a different area or you experience a movie or a show, when you talk about it with somebody, the thoughts that pop into your head after experiencing it for a second time sometimes is what is the aha moment.
It gets your wheels going.
Exactly. And that's really what you're looking for, is that aha moment of awakening your mind of, I like this, I want this, or this is how I change it. Now I know how to go about it. And it's so refreshing.
Jeff, thanks for helping me today. Thanks for helping everybody out there.
Absolutely.
It's very important information that you're telling us all.